Hello and welcome. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. It is an absolute pleasure to have you with me today. Thank you so much for choosing my channel today. I hope you'll take a moment and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, I thank you very, very much. Today we are going to slow things down and we're going to get into a little Yin Yoga. So if you've never done a Yin Yoga session, my friends, it is magical if you give it an opportunity. It's about slowing things down and really to find the edge within your pose, that space where your body can find forgiveness and let go of the tension and the guard that it's been holding. It is an amazing gift to your fascia, that myofascia, that is that soft tissue that should be able to just slide with that healthy tissue as the days go by. Sometimes we're dehydrated, sometimes we've injured ourselves, sometimes we're coming off of an illness, and that fascia, guys, supports us and helps us to move more efficiently. And when it's unhappy, the whole body's unhappy. So we're going to spend some time really allowing that fascia to untangle those tangles and to really support some wonderful stretching for the limbs, for the joints, for the muscles, the tendons, and the ligaments. All right, we're going to de-stress and we're going to have some fun. All right, so hopefully a smile on your face the whole time. If not, you might grimace, but try and let go of that grimace. Know that that's totally normal. We're going to find that space where you can relax, where you can let go and let that face be soft and that breath just flow effortlessly. All right, so to start, you're welcome to have a block if you like, but props are unnecessary in this session, and we're going to walk the hands forward. Walking it out and just allowing your upper body to be heavy, and then ever so gently allowing your head to be heavy. Now we can rest on the forearms for support. You can have support with those hands. And again, like I said, you can have a block and place that block just below your forehead. If it feels right to you, start to extend those arms, reaching out just a little bit further and allowing your upper body to be heavy. So with our Yin Yoga practice, we really do slow things down. In Yin, you can hold anywhere from about 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds, to actually 10 minutes in a pose. We will not be holding 10 minutes, my friends. We will be here just a good amount of time to let your body find that space of forgiveness, of health, well-being, free of tension, free of negativity, removing all the blockages to help that positive energy just flow through us. Can you feel yourself just melting? Such a cool feeling when your body just says, okay, let's do this. As you scan your body for any tension anywhere, see if you might be able to let that go. Even if it's 1%, that's 1% less that we're holding. Just a couple more good breaths here. Inhale, lift just slightly, and we're going to walk our hands out to the right, and we're going to reach through that left fingertips. Oh, yes, and then just release the weight of your head down. You can rest your chin to your knee. You can support with that right hand. We're just really reaching through those left fingertips. Pressing your left sit bone towards the earth. As we stay, what are the sensations that you find? If you're finding an uneasiness, like I just want to move, dig deep, breathe slow, allow yourself to find a little more space. Focus on that breath, those big, full, deep inhales and exhales. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk those hands through center. And now let's take it to the left, reaching through the right fingertips just as far as you can reach. And again, you can rest your chin to your knee. That left hand can be supporting you if you need it. Just really feel that length through those right fingertips. So even though we're staying in the pose, if you need to modify, if you want to intensify, if you need to move at all, make it happen. Find that space where you can let go, where you can be present just in your breath, where that body can mend, heal, lengthen and strengthen. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk those hands back through center. One more time, just a good inhale and exhale. And slowly walk those hands back up, supporting you as you walk. That was a long time forward. Give yourself just a second. And we're going to turn, drawing the knees in towards the chest, roll it back. Oh, and just hold them. Interlacing the fingers, drawing the knees in. Allowing the shoulders to nestle down against the earth. Close your eyes and just breathe. Let's extend those arms out to a T. Keep those knees tucked in, palms to the earth. Let your legs be heavy. Let that upper body be heavy. Adding a little mobility for the neck. We turn and take our gaze towards our right arm and just relax the weight of your head. Letting go of tension, tightness in the neck. Promoting length in the spine. Big, full, deep breath. We bring our gaze back towards the sky. And then out over that left arm. Just turn your head to the left. Relax the weight of your head. We turn it back towards the sky, slowly releasing your right foot to the mat. And then the left. Feet are hip width apart. We bring the hands down by your sides, palms to the earth. Tuck the pelvis, press and lift those hips to the sky, peeling your spine off the mat one vertebra at a time, working our way up to bridge pose. And we're going to hold our bridge pose. So if by chance bridge pose is pretty challenging for you and you happen to have a block, you're going to place that block just above your pelvis at that small of the back at whatever level you need it to be to feel good, stretching, relaxed. If you like, you can place your hands underneath, helping to prop those hips up even higher. fists or hands, or you can just hold your bridge, engaging those glutes. Breathe, knees right in line with those hips. Anytime you need to come out of bridge, it's okay. And then come on back up. Squeeze those buns, firing up those glutes, the hamstrings. Breath slow and steady. And slowly breaking down, one vertebra at a time. And relax. Let's extend that left leg out and pull that right knee in. We're going to reach and we're going to take that right hand underneath that right calf, left hand to the outside of your foot, and we're just going to gently pull the shin and the foot in towards your tummy and your chest. So you can take a hold along the top or the underside, whichever you need to with that left hand. Breathe. If you prefer that right hand on top, yep, you can do what you need to do. This is your practice. So we want to make sure that we take a hold above the ankle so that we're not sickling that foot and putting extra pressure and too much strain on that outer ankle. This is hip mobility. That external rotation through the head of the femur as that knee rolls open, stretching through the groin. Relax those shoulders down. If you're feeling too much pressure in that lower back, bend that left knee. Otherwise, keep that leg long. Find your breath. Slow it down. We gently release, extending that right leg out. If you already know I need to take care of my lower back, you keep that right knee bent and we pull that left foot in. And again, reaching down, we take a hold, left arm underneath, right hand underneath or over, whichever you need. Remember, we're taking a hold above the ankle so that we're not putting too much strain on that outer ankle of that left foot. And as we pull that leg in, good gravy. Such a great stretch through the groin, through the hip, that glute. Making sure that your lower back is happy. Feel that activation in those arms, the strength in those arms as you pull that leg in. And again, you can have that left hand on top if that's better for you. I just like the underside so I can guide it in a little bit more and feel that strength in the bicep on that left hand, left arm. Breathe, nestling those shoulders down, relaxing through the neck. How's that hip flexor down the front of the right leg? How's your lower back? Do you need to adjust and bring that knee up a little bit? Absolutely fine if you need to. You're not missing out on anything. You're helping to take care of your beautiful body. Showing those hips a whole lot of love today. And gently release, placing that left foot to the mat, pulling that right foot in, and we're going to heel toe those feet out to the outside edge of your mat. If you want to go a little bit beyond your mat, that's absolutely fine. Hands resting on your hips, and we're going to draw that right knee towards the inside. So we just did an external rotation through the hip joint. Now we do an internal rotation through the hip joint. That right side of your pelvis is going to try and lift to get a little more range of motion. I want you to work to keep that pelvis as as level as possible and really just work to draw that inside of the right knee and the inner thigh towards the earth without lifting that right hip. What do you feel? This should feel really good. This amazing stretch in that outer hip across your quadricep, making sure your knee stays happy. Breathe. So as we come into our poses, your immediate response of your body is to guard, to clench up, to engage those muscles supporting the joint. We want to give our body an opportunity to realize that we're not going to ask more than it's ready to give. We do so by our breath. So making sure that the breath is slow and steady in and out through the nose. Signaling to the nervous system, it's okay to let down your guard, to let go of that fight or flight response, that all is well. Sending that breath wherever you need it the most. And let's gently begin to lift that right knee back up and slowly draw that left knee in. Again, just working to get that instep of the foot, inside of the knee, inner thigh, down towards the earth without lifting that left hip. So your body is really sneaky and finds ways to make things easier. Keep that pelvis level. Feel that awesome stretch. Close your eyes and breathe. Learning to let down the guard, learning to let go. Learning how to stretch. Sometimes we try and jam ourselves into this position where our body is like fighting every ounce of the way. Oh, my friends, it's all about just letting your body melt into that space. Not forcing things. Your breath is your best friend, your guide. Listen to it. Let those exhales help release tension and tightness. Judgment and criticism, guys, it goes against what we're trying to get done. We're trying to let go of negative energy. Positive self-talk, slow, deep breaths, acceptance, nurturing, caring. Slowly releasing that left side, pulling the knees in towards the chest. A little break, just rock side to side. We come back to center, bringing the hands behind your thighs. Let's rock it up. How we doing? We're going to sweep that left leg around behind, right knee comes forward, and we're going to slowly transition off of that right hip into our pigeon pose. So hopefully those hips are nice and loose. We've spent a good amount of time warming those guys up. Now we get into our pigeon pose, and let's walk it forward to sleeping pigeon. Relaxing the weight of the upper body. And again, you can use your block if you have a bolster, whatever you need. And if your knees are like, hey, this is not a great place for me today, you are welcome to find another pose, another stretch that feels good to you. Tailor this to fit exactly what you need. You're welcome to just relax and take a moment. Slow, deep, steady breaths. Are you holding tension anywhere? If so, let it go. I just felt my left quadricep. I had it all engaged. I just was like, oh, let it go. Feels pretty amazing when you can kind of pinpoint those places where you really listen to your body and check in. One more good breath in and out. And slowly walk your hands back up. Let's come over onto that right hip. And we're going to switcheroo, bringing that left knee forward. Right leg goes back, lifting up off of that left hip. And we find that pigeon pose. Take a second. Let that hip flexor stretch on that right leg. That feels so good. Breathe, and then slowly start to walk it forward to your sleeping pigeon. Coming into the side, how does it feel? Similar to the other side? A little easier, a little more challenging. So those first few breaths are just letting down that guard. Reminding your body that you're not going to do anything that it's not ready to do. Big, full, deep breaths. We have a tendency to hold a lot of negative energy in our hips. Kind of your hips, lower back, neck, and shoulders are kind of the main culprits of holding that negative energy. And if we can find a healthy way to effectively get rid of that negative energy, what an amazing gift. Celebrate that gift. Just a couple more good breaths here. And slowly walk it up. Come over onto that left hip, sweep that right foot around, and let's go ahead and open up those feet to about the width of the mat or a little bit beyond. We're going to lean back onto our hands and we're just going to rock our hips side to side. Go ahead and allowing that pelvis to shift and side to side. So making sure that the chest stays lifted, that we're not sinking down into those shoulders. And I just want you to play with that hip mobility a little bit, loosening up through that lower back. Oh, my hips certainly feel that love. I hope yours do too. We have one more challenging pose, and I invite you to grab a block if you have one. You do not need it, but if you would like, grab it. So we're going to come to our garland or our yogi squat. One more time. And coming back up. Find a safe way to come up to a squat. A nice tight little ball. And just kind of bring those hands forward. Tuck your chin. If you like, you can crisscross those arms. Breathe. Release your hands. Begin to extend those legs. And we're going to heel to our feet out to about hip width apart or a little bit beyond. Toes are turned open. And we're going to slowly lower our bottom. So if you have your block handy, you're going to place it just below your bum. You can come down to frog pose. You can stay in frog pose. So if this is enough challenge for your hips, yes, stay here. If the groin's like, okay, yeah, this is a good place to stay because we're going to be here for a hot minute. If it's right for you, lower your bum. Again, if you need to adjust at any point those feet, adjust your feet. And we're going to gently draw those forearms down towards the earth. Core is strong. I want you to close your eyes and just breathe. If you need to sway side to side a little bit, you can absolutely do that. Just checking in, letting go, coming back to center, drawing that pelvis through, lifting the chest. Keep those eyes closed, that core strong, and breathe. Very challenging place to be. Celebrate it. Again, if you're using that block, we're sitting on that block, so we're not working quite so hard. It's still challenging. You're almost there. Can you find a smile on your face? One more good breath in. As you exhale, release your hands. Slowly extend those legs. Oh, yes. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Let's take a hold of the ankles and use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body towards the space between your legs. Lots of hard work to get into those hips, promote that healthy energy flow, keeping those hips supple, movement free. Releasing your arms, heel toe those feet in. Let's crisscross those legs, whichever leg you'd like to be in front, coming to the outside edge of your foot, and just slowly lower yourself down to easy pose. Big shoulder roll up and back, arms down by your sides. Press those palms down towards the earth, close your eyes. Feel the length in your spine, the strength in your belly, the softness in your breath. Keep that length in the spine, pull the hands to heart center. A gentle tuck of your chin down towards your chest. We gently lift our gaze, open those beautiful eyes, and I just want to say a heartfelt thank you for joining me today. I hope those hips are feeling love. I hope you're just feeling amazing. I hope this carries you through the rest of your day. Be well, my friends, and until the next time, light, love, and namaste.